Happy Devils Sunday. This is postgame, the Let's Go Devils podcast postgame. I'm your host, Sam Wu, here with Scotty of SiriusXM Liquid Metal. Double shifting today. Devils win 1-0. We're streaming live on Facebook Live, Twitter, Periscope, YouTube Live, and Twitch on the Primetime Radio Network. Wedgewood shuts out the Bruins. Kyle Palmieri, they changed the goal from Zacha to Kyle Palmieri with a game winner. This took me by surprise. I was expecting – see, this is what happens when I do predictions, that they lose the next 4 games, Scotty. And what do? The stupid Devils win. That's how it always goes, right? But well, it's a Happy Devils recap today. Finally.
Yeah, the Devils got the win today. You know, really, it was Scott Wedgewood standing on his head all game. Only one goal, like we said right there at the end. Scramble in front of the net. They changed it from Zacha to Palmieri, his 4th. Zacha gets his assist, his 10th. Subban picks up another point with secondary assist, his 8th. Wedgewood was really the star of the game. He got the first star. Tuukka got the 3rd star. Zacha got the 2nd. I don't know, maybe they changed that after they changed the goal to Palms, but Boston, 40 shots on goal. That's not too good. They won the face-off there. Devils only took 2 penalties. Devils were, 0 for the old bagel on their side of the power play. Boston, 22 hits to 19. Devils always seem to be right even with the hits, so that's good. We'd like to see that throw on the body. 14 giveaways today, so not as bad as the 26 from yesterday. Shots on goal, 12, 10, 18 for 40 for Boston, and then 10, 9, 6 for a total of 25 from the Devils. So, it seemed like the Devils were a little bit better today, not trying to do too much and staying back in the game a little bit more, playing defensively. Really kind of I felt like they took an onslaught from the Bruins at some points of this game, but Wedgewood really stood tall. Something I really noticed, I really like Scott Wedgewood. I know he's a smaller goaltender. He doesn't take up as much space as Aaron Dell, but sometimes when I see Aaron Dell, I feel like he's just like kind of like sliding back and forth in the butterfly, almost like one of those old hockey games, like with the pinball kind of thing, like just sliding from side to side. Wedgewood is just, I don't know, he seems lightning quick. So, I like his game. I've liked what I've seen from him all season when he's been in there. Got the shutout today, but every game that he's played, I feel like he's had an outstanding performance. And I'm really happy with Scott Wedgewood. Seeing Ryan Murray in there again today on defense was nice. I think that solidified things a little bit more. I think Murray has played well for the majority of the time, but his MO, getting hurt, getting injured, stuff like that. We've seen it, not only with the COVID protocol here, but, the past week or two, with this upper body injury. I thought he was a scratch, and then I looked at the game card the other day, and it said that he had an upper body injury. So, he's back. McLeod's back in, which is nice. The 4th line looked good. The 4th line looks like the 4th line of old here. But that also brought all the two. That I feel like the rest of the team was just absent, except for Jack Hughes. Jack made a couple pick plays, and he looked good. But again, they're focusing in on him, so it's hard to really, really evaluate, because I feel like he's out there on his own. Pavel Zacha was producing when they were together. Now they're separated. You've seen Pavel's points kind of go down. I know he got an assist today at the end of the game, but you've seen his point production go down since they split him up. I don't know. Like, I'm glad they won, but at the same time, I wasn't overly thrilled with the game. It seemed to be going in the same direction, except for the fact that Scott Wedgewood stood on his head. They gave up an abundance of shots. They gave up a lot of high-quality scoring chances. Boucher even remarked about it on the broadcast. The Devils, most of their shots were coming from the outside with no traffic in front of the net. It's like, going to eat that up all day. The one that got through, they had people crashing the net and get into the center there.
We've been saying it all along.
So really, I think as Devils fans, we got to give, just put our devil horns up for Scott Wedgewood in this game because, he really won that game single-handedly. The Bruins were just onslaughting at certain points of this game, I felt like, and Wedgewood was standing on his head making some incredible saves.
Especially
that was my opinion of it.
Yeah,
I don't want to be a downer on everybody, but I don't know if this is like the start of a magical run of the Devils, like getting back into things, but at least they didn't play as bad as they did against the Rangers and the Islanders. But don't forget, Tuesday we got the Capitals, and then we got 3 games against the Islanders. So be prepared for, some more shellackings coming our way.
Yeah, no. Now watch them rip off like 5 wins straight and makes us look like a bunch of morons. I hope so.
I'll take it. Yeah, if that's the case, if they win 6 or 7 in a row and get back to that 500 mark, which I know I've been remarking about for quite some time, I'll totally that 100%. And I will come here and say how bad I suck. I've said it about Pavel Zacha, where, I told him, I said that this year was like the put up or shut up year. Like he's really got to start putting out points wise and producing. And, this year he has put up some points. It's been a little streaky. We've seen it kind of disappear the last couple games, but he did get back on the score sheet today. So, I'll take that for what it is.
Yeah.
Although and we talked about it last game. I think the evaluations still really need to be going on. Who's going to be on this team? I said it. If your name's not Jack Hughes, Nico Hischier, or Ty Smith, what do you got? Yeah. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful Kyle's Palmieri goal just sold him to the Boston Bruins or something like that. That they can throw him on their third line or something. And maybe they want to give a little trade. Like I said, maybe Lou will give us something for Travis Zajac. I don't know. I think we got to start wheeling and dealing here. But good win today. Good win.
Yeah.
I guess I just don't take much. I don't take much stock in it very much. 40 shots.
I understand that. I understand that, Scotty. Can we celebrate a little bit? Can we just celebrate just a little bit? I want to celebrate. I want to celebrate.
All right, you can celebrate. Go ahead.
I just want to celebrate a little bit. I was doing a little trash talking after that big loss against the Rangers. I played that bear, the teddy bear that gets run over by a snowplow. And all that, and seeing the Devils win. But in all seriousness, look, it's just one game. Let's move on to Tuesday. If they win Tuesday, you move on to Thursday. It's one game at a time. Let's get back to fundamentals. I love the fact that the lone goal was crashing the net and harassing the goaltender and punching it through just like that. None of this fancy stuff. You see, that proves that if the Devils players are listening in the locker room right now, this podcast, as we're live, the one thing I want to point out is good things happen when you go hard to the net and you cause chaos and you're buzzing around. And I did see some resemblance of cycling today. I saw a couple plays down there and some cycling. One of our defensemen would clear out the crease in front of Scott Wedgewood. That's a start. Let's build on it because honestly, we haven't even seen any. Like I hadn't seen cycling from the Devils actually in a pretty long time. Some sustained pressure where you're just winning the battles in the corners and playing that game. Now, how did they do on faceoffs today? Do you have that stat, Scotty? How did they do on faceoffs today?
They were like 40%, 44%? I think they were. Hang on, I'll pull it up right here. 46% to Boss 54.
Okay. All right. Still some room of improvement there, but it's trending in the right direction. It's better than being at 32% or 35% in that one game. I remember a couple games back. So, but yeah, let's see all the comments on
Everyone's
Periscope,
telling me I have to stop being
Facebook
negative,
Live.
so I'm not gonna. So I don't mean to be negative. I'm just being real. I feel like I don't. All right, let's see what we can do. We got Washington and then 3 against the Islanders. I'm preparing for reality here. I feel like, but I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
Well, YouTube Live has become pretty active. Whistler writes,
Oh yeah,
great game, great effort for 60 minutes. Big shutout for Wedgewood. Epilepsy writes, why do you seem to beat the Bruins, but no one else? Rowdy Ryans writes, woo, woo. Ryan Gardner, come on, Scotty, big penalty kills and a timely goal. Great goaltending. What else can we ask for at this point? Whistler writes
great
again, they're most
goaltending.
like
We definitely got Wedgewood was great today. I can't say enough of him, but I really feel like he was he won the game for us. Like I don't know. I just feel like he stood on his head. He stood on his head today.
I think what Scotty is trying to tell everybody is winning these type of games are very hard to duplicate. You know, you can't expect Scott Wedgewood to stand on his head for the next 30 games or 20 games left in the season like that. You can't, it's not sustainable. And
exactly.
You know, it's nice to have these games every once in a while, but your team is also winning where a goaltender can steal one. But we can't rely on our goaltender to steal every single game. We got to play the game. We got to win every game and play hard. But look, it's a building block. Hopefully they can build on it. Maybe this is a streaky team. Maybe the Devils are a streaky team. When they're hot, they're hot. I don't know. I'm really.
We're gonna get Jerry.
I'm trying to.
We're gonna get Jerry Reed. Actually, you know what? We should get some Willie Nelson. Go on the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. Winning hockey games in Boston, everywhere else except New Jersey. On the road again.
You know what? I wish we could change the NHL schedule and just play the rest of the games on the road.
On the road? Yeah.
On the road.
Playing hockey with my friends on the road again. Yeah, I think that's what it is, too. We were on the road. I don't know why they don't feel as much pressure there on the road. But I'll ask you, Sam Wu, because everyone is telling me that I'm being too negative, and I'll ask you guys, too, on Facebook and on YouTube Live and Twitch and Periscope. I mean, you know, Wedgewood stood on his head. I mean, who else were the standouts of the game, really? I mean, in my mind, I saw the fourth line, McLeod, Bastian, Wood create some chances. I saw some pretty good play out of Ryan Murray. I felt more confident with him back there on the defense. Other than that, like, what else? I mean, like, Jack had his, he didn't score. He had a couple good chances, which I feel like Jack's been there. Like, he's only 19 still, and he's getting better. Like, I didn't see, like, a big downgrade in his game, but he doesn't have a lot of help. He's playing, well, who's this line today? Sharon Govich and I don't get it. Lindy loves Sharon Govich. I'm missing something with that dude. I get maybe he might be a good prospect, but I mean, this guy's been getting like top line minutes. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I'm missing something there. I really am. And that's okay. That's why I'm just a fan. I'm just a guy here talking on a podcast, and I'm not an NHL coach. But I felt like Jack was kind of like out on his own, like trying to make magic today. And he had a couple good steals. He had that one where he picked the puck and he like had a good opportunity right in front of Tuukka, and then he had the one where Jesper Bratt had the the hand pass. I mean, but he took the shot and buried it. So I mean, it just sucked that it was a hand pass. But what are you going to do there? So I didn't think. I thought Jack had a pretty good game. Murray, fourth line. Everyone else, I don't know. Am I wrong, Sam Wu? Wedgewood was unreal.
I think you're being realistic. I don't think you're being negative.
Okay.
I just want you to smile more.
We're heading back to the playoffs. Here we go, baby. Fourth seed. I'm telling you.
I didn't say that.
And we're going to get Boston in the first round, and we're going to smoke them. You see, we're going to sweep those guys. It reminds me of like Tampa Bay from a couple years ago. I was super confident. When we lined up against Tampa Bay that Taylor Hall year, I'm like, oh, my God. We killed Tampa Bay all regular season. This is the best matchup we could possibly get. We're a sleeper. We're going downtown, baby. Woo!
I remember saying out loud.
Tampa just squashed us.
I remember saying out loud that Tampa series. I said, I love being the underdog.
Oh, yeah. I remember talking to Beer Baron, before I was hopping on here and doing the podcast with you guys. I remember telling him that I'm like, we line up so good with Tampa Bay. We're going to shock the world, baby. You see what we did in the regular season? We just know how to play against them. I don't know. I'll if you guys want, I'll do that, but I don't know. I just don't think it's reality. I think, like I said, other than Ty, Nico, and Jack, everyone else on this team can be had for the right price.
Yeah, I think
that's my opinion.
Yeah, and you know what? Tom Fitzgerald. It should be interesting the selling on the deadline. But again, what happens if this? See, the Devils since 2015 have done this before.
Yeah,
they start out hot, then their stock goes down. It's like the 1929
because the rest of the league
crash. Yeah,
just like this year, the rest of the league catches up with them and gets into regular season form, and then we see what the real deal is there. And I guess maybe I am being but I'm frustrated. You know what I'm frustrated about, Sam Wu, is this has just been bad hockey. It hasn't been I've seen a lot of you know what? But they're playing a 60-minute game. They're really there. It's been the same. We've been getting this bad hockey for years. And the past couple weeks, I feel like it's reverted to that. And it's really got me bummed. I'm trying not to be bummed about it. I'm watching games and taking my notes and doing everything else, but I'm just seeing a lot of the same similar stuff. But I'm glad we got a win today. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad we eked it out and it was fun. And I'm very happy for Scott Wedgewood because I was actually shocked when the team went with Aaron Dell over Wedgewood, when Dell came in. And I get it. Dell he's a really big body and stuff like that in goal. But I don't know. Even in the losses that Wedgewood was playing when Mac Black originally went down with COVID before the entire team got shut down, Mac Black went out on COVID protocol and Wedgewood came in there. And even though he lost a couple games, he really kept the team in a lot of those times. And I was really scared the first time I saw Scott Wedgewood go back in there. I was like, oh, wow. Mac Black looks like a giant next to him. Mac Black just takes up so much of the goal, But Wedgewood is fast from post to post, and as a backup, as someone who could go in there as a little spark plug, I don't know. I've been really impressed. That's what I took out today. Scott Wedgewood, I think, had a really, really solid game. I'm very happy for him.
I got to read out.
Who's yelling at me now? Go ahead. Who's yelling at me now?
I got to read out a tweet from Jake Reynolds, the Devils president. 2 points for the good guys. Hashtag NJ Devils. Hashtag new streak starting tonight.
There you go. Should we get the Scott Hall going? 2 more for the good guys. Hey, yo. Anyone come in? See? We should do that. We should do that, man. We should get Scott Hall on one day so he can do the whole NWO thing. Be like, anyone come here to see the New York Rangers? And then we all boo. And then everyone goes, everyone see the New Jersey Devils. Sorry, nerd wrestling.
Hey, you know
thoughts
what?
running
Hey,
through my mind.
If you can book them, let me know. Let me know. We'll book some guests.
Hey yo.
Well, Chico says we can call him anytime, get him on.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like Chico was saying some of the same truth the other night.
Yeah.
Talking about things.
Absolutely.
But I'm happy that we won. Don't get me wrong. I don't want us to lose every game. I mean, then it's even worse. I mean, today was a nice story with Wedgewood, like battling through against the big bad Bruins and standing on his head and playing a good game. But like you said, Samu, that's not what we did today is not sustainable. It's not going to happen. Like when you give up 40 shots, you're not going to get a shutout every game when you give up 40 shots.
Remember when the Devils were a championship team? They systematically dismantled teams every game.
Right.
Systematically.
They were built differently. They were built like a different team.
Yeah. But there was a system. It doesn't matter what system it is. As long as the players play the system. It could be left wing lock, it could be the trap, it could be an up tempo system, it could be whatever. You got the right players for the right system, the right coach for the right system, and the players believe in it. Anything can happen. And right now, again, it's just one win. Right now, so far, the Lindy Ruff system I'm seeing is you're going to need stellar goaltending and hope for the best. Just kidding. I mean, I got to be careful when I shoot my mouth off because Mark Recchi actually does follow our Twitter account and all that. I got to be a little careful. Yeah, we're kidding around.
We love Mark. Yeah, but we are. I mean, we're fans as well, and this is what we see watching the game. I've watched this team since I was like 10 years old, I am 40. I've been watching this team for 30 years, so I'm not going to front and say I'm like an NHL coach or anything like that. I've put my name out there. If anyone would like me to be a GM, I will gladly, as we've said many times, I will gladly go be a GM anywhere in the league. Anyone wants me to be a GM. Never done it before, but glad to take on that role if anyone wants to. And Sam, remember, you're my assistant GM, okay?
Well, actually, I want to be the PA announcer.
Oh, you want to be okay?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? We can make that happen, kid. We can make that happen. Don't you worry about it.
Oh, I got my dream shot. My money's on you. Or what we could do is, like I said, cryptocurrency, buy Doge. Make billions of dollars off of Doge and cash it in for USD and then buy a team. Or that private jet, whatever.
So I'll ask you then, Sam Wu, and I'll ask everyone on, hey, John Rudy, Wedgewood keeps playing until he loses, I mean, dude has played well in net every time he's been in it, even in the losses. Like, I feel like Scott Wedgewood was out there, really got that hustle on, and, you saw him just really try. Even when he was, even just seeing him, like, try to skate off the ice on that delayed penalty, like, he was chucking it out there, like, whoa. It's like Corey Schwab coming down the ice on a fight over, back in that Islanders game in the 90s. So, I don't know. I've liked what Wedgewood has done. I think, by far and away, he was the number one star of the game today and definitely deserved. Ramona, but no one said they're going to playoffs. Playoffs? You're talking about playoffs? I've heard many people, I'm not going to count on names, say they believe the Devils are, sneak in fourth place. As I've said many times, I'm in the camp of if I could see this team get to 500. And right now, maybe this is the start of something. Maybe they roll off like 4 of 6, something like that. They get 4 or 6 wins, something like that. And they get closer to that 500 range where maybe they can sneak it by the end of the season and make up a couple more games. I don't know. What was it yesterday? They got to be down now. What was it yesterday? They were like 11 or 13 points out of the playoffs.
There's no way. Like that. But they got 2 solid points today. 2 solid points. They're going to have to get these solid wins. They got to get these solid wins and not give up any points.
They have to get it. Hey, you know what? And I'll say that they stuck with it too. They didn't just completely fold. giving up 40 shots, like they still seeing Zaka still. And you know what? I've been hard on Zaka before, and I called myself out because I said this was the make or break years, put up or shut up. And I feel like he's done a good job of putting up some points this year. But again, like I feel like he's almost hung out to dry because Zaka is not like he's a complimentary player. He's not, that leader of the second line. When they're saying the Zaka line, I don't know. Like he doesn't seem like that he should be the main focus of the line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he seems like he would be a really good complimentary player. Like when he was playing with Jack Hughes. Like he was, they were, when he was playing with Nico for those 2 games, 3 games.
Get laid out. That was bad. That was bad. I was actually thought he may have gotten hurt on that play because that was a vicious hit, but he got up. He got up and played, and then he went after him a little bit, a little bit afterwards, give him a little.
McAvoy,
but see, that's what I
Coyle.
like.
Those guys are really good.
You gotta, and I'm glad Zaka stuck up for himself, after that play. About 15, 20 seconds later, got in his face a little bit, little tug, but and that's good. Like I like that. I like that spirit. I like that firepower. What I don't like is bad penalties. I don't recall Kyle Palmieri taking a bad one.
He actually didn't take one today. I think they only took 2 today, which wasn't. Yeah, Kulikov had 1, and I'm trying to remember who had the other. It's slipping my memory right now, but I know Kulikov had 1, and I can't remember who took the other penalty today. But only 2 penalties, so that wasn't too bad. I mean, the power play was atrocious. Devils had 3 opportunities. Yep. I mean, they're like bottom 3 in the league, so they went 0 for 3 today, so they might be like bottom 2 or the absolute dead last. They're like 8 for 56 or something like that, 8 for 57 on the year. I mean, it's not good. But at least they didn't give up a power play goal today, so we'll take that. I don't know how many 2-on-1s they gave up today. There were a few. I always just, like I said, I like to count the amount of "oh boys" from Ken Danico. When you hear "oh boy," then there's like a 2-on-1 or something like that. You hear the "oh boy." The Devils just can't do that defensively. How many times have we heard Dano say that?
Oh
boy.
Oh yeah. Well, Scotty.
Sam Wu.
We would just want all our viewers and listeners to know that we will be back at 9 p.m. Eastern in less than an hour for the Let's Go Devils podcast Sunday edition. Short Sky and Beer Baron will be on. Want to thank you for celebrating with me and Scotty of our victory over the big bad Boston Bruins.
I'm sorry, am I being too realistic? I'll be yeah. Here we go, baby. It's all starting here. It's all good. We're back now. Regular schedule, which is crazy still, and they're not going to practice. But here we go.
I'm going to stick to my prediction of 5-game losing streak, just to keep the streak going.
I'm gonna hope for what I said. 4 out of 6. Can we get 4 out of 6? It's gonna be tough as hell. Washington and then 3 against the Islanders.
Yeah.
If they can get 4 out of the next 6, holy hell! Then I'll be looking at this team in a different light.
Well, take it 1 game at a time. This is Devils post game. We'll see you at 9 p.m. Eastern. Let's Go Devils podcast. Until next time, let's go Devils.